99%. We are 99%. Power to the people! Power to the people!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Can everyone hear?
Can everyone hear?
Good.
Woo!
My name is Amber. I have spent the last month at Occupy Wall Street. In April, from Wall Street, we will be marching to Washington D.C.
The people who have the power are finally coming together.
The safety of people in this city have agreed to stand in solidarity with us.
My name is Tammy Bick. I'm involved in Occupy Wall Street because I'm trying to fight the corruption that's going on in this country that's breaking the country. What I mean by that is laws are created through lobbyists by our politicians. They create loopholes so they can avoid paying their taxes. Well, the rest of us are expected to pay our taxes and foot the bill for them. And it's just an equality thing.
Corporate dollars influencing on American politics, that definitely needs to change. This occupation is great. It's great that people are getting together to talk about things. We need to take that a step further after this starts to build. One of my ideas is definitely an idea that people have been talking about is to boycott major corporations, certain things that they do, exploiting third world countries for goods that we buy at such a high rate to make them a lot of money. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have all the answers, because I don't have all the answers. What I do know is that getting together with a lot of people is a very good thing. So everything that they're telling you on the news, that we're lazy, that we're bums, that we don't know what's going on, that's a bunch of bullshit. We definitely need to educate ourselves more, and that's what we're doing here today, and that's what we will be continuing to do. That's it.
I'm KB Brower. I'm originally from Philadelphia, and I'm out here at Occupy New Haven because a lot of my family members, my extended family members, are unemployed. Some folks are working 2 or 3 jobs and still just aren't able to make ends meet. You know, they don't have health insurance, they can't pay for their hospital bills. They have to decide between like paying for their groceries or paying for their medical bills, and those aren't decisions that people should have to make. They don't have a voice right now, and I feel like I don't have a voice in our politics, and the reason that is because our politicians are literally owned by corporations. They can give unlimited donations to our politicians, and so the politicians are indebted to these corporations, and they're not here to they're not voicing the people's opinions, they're voicing the corporations' opinions. But it's clear that within the political and economic system that we have right now, it's not going to work. It's not going to work as long as corporations can still donate to politicians. It's not going to work as long as corporations have the power that they do in this country. So we need to have a more collective voice in the way that our political and economic system works. We need, working people need to be the ones making decisions about how this system is run, because we're the one that it impacts every single day. And so I think we need to be calling out our politicians and these CEOs who are basically running our government and say, the decisions that you're making aren't for the people. The decisions that you're making, you're cutting social services, you're cutting education, you're basically owning all of our political figures.
I'm here today
because I think that the time has come for the people who I truly believe have the power to come together. And there is so much to keep us apart, but being here a few days ago and being here today, there's so much to bring us together. Right now, there is 1% of America who's grabbing, stealing, manipulating the majority of a better quality of life. There are people dying on the streets of New Haven. We've got national recognition for the violence. There was also a death that happened here many years ago. The death of manufacturing happened in this city. Major thousands of productive jobs. People left the South to come to the city of New Haven to have a greater quality of life, and that manufacturing jobs are gone. And corporate America has thus since made sure that in every way that they can stop people from organizing around how they get treated fairly as it relates to how they care for their families, and they've been very successful. So why am I here today? Is because it's time, black, white, blue or green, it's time for us to come together around demanding that we go after these banks and these corporations who is destroying our country with their greed. That's why.